time riding around Houston in the snow this time. On January 21st, 2025, Houston got an unbelievable almost 5 inches of snow. And you know I couldn't resist getting the mountain bike out and going for a little spin at lunchtime. I have this bike because I like to do a lot of bike packing and even mountain biking in places other than Houston. But for me, suspension on mountain bikes is a little bit overkill. So I have this one with big fat tires, which works out to be perfect for the snow. So I aired down and went to meet up with my buddy for a little magical snow adventure. There were a few things I noticed about the snow day that were different from every other day in Houston. One, obviously, snow, the road is slick, maybe a little treacherous, but in general, I felt very safe because, as you can see, there were all the traffic that was out was mostly kids walking around with sleds trying to find a hill, which is actually kind of tough in Houston. I'm not really sure where these ones were going because the biggest hill around here is up in this parking lot. But as you can see, normally I wouldn't blast the stop signs like that, but like I said, I haven't seen a car since I left my house. And wow, what a great feeling just to have the run of the streets to myself without worrying about basically dying at every intersection. It was really nice. The other thing I noticed, which you might not be able to tell over the sound of my tires crunching through the snow, but the city is silent.
What's up? Yeah.
Dude, this is gnarly.
This is gnarly.
Today was a great example of something that I've heard a bunch of times recently, that cities aren't loud, cars are loud. And I noticed this when I was in Amsterdam, and I could hear people just having a normal conversation across the street, something that I can't even imagine here because there's always just a kind of dull roar in the background from the freeways. But today it was almost eerily quiet.
It sounded like a bomb went off. Yeah, it was kind of nuts. Matthew was there too. I think we're both a little more deaf than we were.
Did they stop this area?
Maybe. I don't know. It's pretty slushy. Anywhere anybody's stepped in front of my house is kind of water already. I think we're over 32.
About right here is where my friend and I had a slight debate on what route we should take. Up until now, I've kind of taken a similar route to what I would take when there were cars on the road, kind of staying off the main thoroughfares. But I was thinking, there's no cars, we might as well just ride down the middle of the big roads.
There's Optimus Prime, always there.
But my friend made a good point. We were both 17-year-old guys with cars at one point in our lives, and we have seen some pretty crazy driving behavior in downtown Houston, even when it's not snowing. So we were worried about somebody maybe trying to pass us, or somebody doing donuts in the snow or something and running off the road into us. So we decided just to go ahead and take the bike lane through downtown. It's about here that I realized that 10 psi might have been a little bit overkill. I have lots of grip, but it's real slow going. But yeah, this is Elgin Street through Midtown, and it's a street normally I would stay far away from, but today, no problem. Just the only traffic, like I said, is people walking around, making snowmen, throwing snowballs.
There's the bicycle co.
I always liked this little section of Taft, and I now realize that that's because it's a historic streetcar street. Back when Houston had a streetcar network in the late 1800s, early 1900s, one of the electric train cars ran down the street, and that's why a lot of the businesses are kind of close to the street, and it just feels a little bit nicer and more walkable. We're crossing Fairview, which also had a streetcar line. I'm actually working on a video that kind of talks about the whole system, so stay tuned for that
Yeah. Well, like via Arcos, I guess they live close enough to walk.
Now we're on to the Buffalo Bayou Trail, and this is where we really get to see how Houstonians feel about the snow.
How did the skimboard work?
Perfect.
Oh, awesome.
We came to this park because I knew it was one of the ones with the most amount of hill real estate, I guess. And you'll see here in a second that Houstonians don't really own sleds per se, so people got really creative with what kinds of things that they made into sleds, with varying levels of success, I would say.
I was thinking about it, but we'll see. I gotta wait for my buddy.
I thought you had headphones.
Oh, no, yeah, no worries.
She actually said, "I know you're not about to ride your bike down this thing."
It's soft, right?
But yeah, as you can see, there's great energy out. Everyone is so stoked. This is a once-in-a-lifetime thing for a lot of people. Unfortunately, it's actually a second-in-a-lifetime thing for me. I don't know, it's like the climate is changing or something. But yeah, like I said, not everybody had a super functional sled. There's probably a lot of people in Houston that don't really understand what mountain bikes are capable of, but you can do a lot on one, especially when you air down. This is the kind of main section of Eleanor Tinsley Park. It's one of my favorite parks. It has a great view of downtown, and a lot of people found out that it has a pretty good sledding hill too.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get a video from down there. If I don't fall off this curb. Hi. Are you having fun? Good. I don't think so.
That other side would be treacherous right now. I think the part, like, maybe we just passed it, like a huge drop.
It's up there. But I think, honestly, the closer you get to the bayou, the more like you're on concrete, I think. Yeah. But like even this is like, you're like crunching down to it. Hello, Mayor Whitmire. We love bikes. Oh my God, I was recording. I know, wow. I wish I was more prepared for that moment.
Hey, you got it in the way of not recording.
Yes, I did. The one word.
Yeah, what a surreal experience to add to an already surreal day. I came up over the hill there and saw someone looking out the back window of that police Tahoe, and it was very obviously and clearly Mayor John Whitmire. The video makes it look kind of far away, but yeah, I was looking at him right in the face. I said, hey, he heard me. He gave me a thumbs up, and I didn't have a lot of time to think, but I said, we love bikes. The mayor and I don't see eye to eye on a lot of things. He's actually been pretty bad on road and street safety. He's paused a bunch of safety projects and actually reversed one. So I'm not the biggest fan, but if I had a do-over or if I run into him again, I might have just told him that, you know, today is one of the very few days in a long time that I've actually felt safe and not feared for my life when biking around more than just like 1% of the street grid. And yes, that's because there is very little traffic. The city isn't really prepared for an event like this, so they can't properly coat the roads or whatever they do in cities where they get a lot of snow. And so it's very slick and dangerous for people to drive, right? So there's low traffic. But I would add, whenever there was traffic drivers tended to be going at a slow
I'm not an
speed
engineer
or even
anymore,
just the
but
speed limit because
think water
the
has a really
conditions
high
of the
specific
road
heat.
made them nervous to drive fast. And that's the idea behind a lot of street safety treatments like speed bumps, road narrowing, adding bike lanes and bollards. The idea is to make driving quickly feel unsafe or uncomfortable to drivers. So that works if it's snow or a speed bump.
Yeah.
And then I might throw a little jab in there about how
Yeah.
an intersection near the mayor's personal
think you're getting
home
used to it?
got one of these treatments that slows down drivers
Yeah.
at Blossom Street at the entrance into Memorial Park, but many of the other
Yeah.
places that need it desperately in the city,
Yeah, when you
their
first
projects
start,
have
you're
been
just, like,
paused
clenching the
or
whole time.
canceled. What a crazy experience. I feel lucky to have had a little bit of snow biking experience
Found a pillow.
before, but honestly, the bike is just the perfect apocalypse machine and really interesting and
Yeah.
fascinating way to experience one of the most car-centric cities in the world with no cars.
Yeah. Thanks for braving the slush with me.
Yeah, this is fun.
Yeah.
Appreciate you inviting.
All right. Later. Day for it.